Hi everybody, this week I will show you how I did my Christmas slippers. First I will cast on the machine, starting by the black needle, one in the front, one in the back for the first row. When the first row is done, slow down, open the yarn feeder, close it, and then you crank for at least 5 rows of waste yarn. What is waste yarn? It's the yarn that will help you to close the tube at the end. So now it's time to add your working yarn. You put that just in front of the black needle and then you crank. You don't attach it with the waste yarn. You just leave it like this. And we will need 5 rows of white. When you did your 5 rows, time to cut the yarn, put it in the middle. Bring the red, put that in front of the black needle like this. So both yarn are together. Attach it with a double knot. Put that in the middle and then you crank for 40 rows. 40 rows. When you reach 40 rows, you can see it here, 40 rows. You cut the yarn and then you will go put that in the middle, bring the white again, and you will need 5 rows of white. Attach those 2 yarn together. You will do the 5 rows of white. When you will finish with the white, you will continue with waste yarn. Cut the yarn, put that in the middle, and then you will go and add 5 rows of waste yarn. 5 rows. When you will reach your 5 rows, if you stop feeding the yarn feeder by cutting the yarn, just continue to crank and the machine will release the work by itself. It's like magic. When it's released, you stretch it and you do the other 2 because you need 2 slippers. So that's why I have 2 right now. Now it's time to do the closing. I will go and find a white tail and go to the opposite, and with the hook number 4.5 or 5, I will go and close it by bringing 1 stitch on the side, pull inside, 1 stitch on the other side. So I will do the closing like this. You see why it's important to have a waste yarn, a contrasting color of your working yarn, so that way you could see better where to catch the stitches. So I grab 1 by 1 each stitches. I will go a little bit faster, but don't worry, I will slow down at the end of this row to make sure you understand how to close it when you arrive at the end. I know it's very fast. I wish I could crochet that fast. Could be nice, especially with the Christmas gift that I have to make. I'm not done yet. So I will relax right here. So time to grab all the stitches, very important because you don't want to end up with drop stitch. So I will take the yarn and use it to close my row. Now it's time to remove the waste yarn. There is always an easy side to remove the waste yarn. I will do it after, sorry. I will close this side. So turn the work to reach the white stitches, and I will go and grab 1 stitch on each side, just like I did. So you will do the same thing for your 2 tube. You will make, I just showed 1 slippers, so you will have to do the other one, or maybe if you just have 1 feet, 1 foot. We say 1 foot, 1 foot. If you have 1 foot, just make 1, but if you have 2, make 2. So I will slow down right here. See, it's very important to grab the good one. It's not the good one. That's the good one. And grab on this one. There. So if you still here with me, can you put in the comment the word the word Noel? So that waste yarn is easy to remove on one side and always a little bit difficult on the other side because it's the cast on, the beginning of your work. You have to remove the little knot. There's a knot right here. And when you remove the knot, you after that just remove the first row by hand like this. Take your time, just remove the first row and put it a little bit faster. When it's all removed, you will be able to just pull like you did on the other side and all the yarn will come. Like I said, it's only the first row, it's a little bit difficult, and after that it's easy. The yarn divide here, that's why I use that one for waste yarn. So now it's time to check it out if we didn't have any drop stitch, and also the time to hide those tail. So with my wool needle, I would just go and cut the excess, and I would hide all those little tails of yarn. Got it? I need 2 to go. There. Now it's time to do the heel. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly, but I know you understand what I'm trying to say because you have eyes and you see my work. So now it's time to do the closing. I will go and grab 2 stitch on the side, 2 stitch on the other side, and I will stick on the same column all the way. 1 column on one side and 1 on the other side. So we'll go and grab 2 and grab 2. It's called mattress stitch. There. It's very nice because when you're done, you don't have to pull on your yarn right now, but when you're done, you pull and it's like magic. You don't see the seam, but you see it, but you have to look very closely to see it. At least me, because my eyes are not that good. There. I put that a little bit faster. And I switched yarn for the white, but after that I thought I shouldn't. I just should continue with the red. Anyways, with the mattress stitch, when you pull, you don't see the yarn, so I did that for no reason. Sorry for that. I should stay with the red yarn, but it's still okay. It's not the end of the world like my mom used to say. There. And I will go and close it with the loop. Go in the loop and pull on it. So cut the yarn, and I will continue with the white. Maybe could be a good idea to just close it here too. Pull, and voila! I did in the 2 layer of the slippers. There. This one is done. So I will continue with white. White is not easy to see on camera. Sorry for that. I try not to use white, but it's Christmas time. It will look good on the picture, but the camera is not good. Too much light. So I close the top of it. There, push with my finger. And then hide it. White in white. Cut the excess. And with those two, I will just do a knot to secure it. And I will push the tail of red in the red and a tail of white in the white to prevent the see-through. There. So your heels, now it's time to do the toe part. I fold it in half to make sure I have enough room to put my feet in, and I will go and at 7 centimeters I will go and sew it like this. Just regular sewing, very easy, nothing fancy. There. Now I will do a knot here, keep the loop in my finger, bring the tail in, push to secure, and hide it in the white. The video is almost finished. Hope you enjoy it. There, close it with a knot, hide it in the white. So now with red yarn, I will go and grab every 2 stitches. I double my yarn because my red, I didn't have enough red to continue, so I got a thinner yarn, so I double it, so that way when I will pull to close, it will not break. It will be stronger. So that's why I use two yarn right now to close it. So I go every 2 stitch or every 2 rows, the same thing. I skip one, and then I will go and attach those 2 tails together. I tied it, but not too tight. I don't want to break my yarn, and I will secure it after anyways. Make sure there's no hole in the slippers. I will go and go around the circle that it make when I close it. Oops, a little bit too far. Bring it here to the other one and secure it again. I always secure everything. Never too careful. So now it's time to hide it between the 2 layers of your slipper. Time to hide this one. Flip that on the good side. Fit that with that little feet, plastic foot. Oh my god. And voila, it's done. Hope you enjoy it. See you next week for a new video. Ciao, ciao.